5, 4, 3.
Welcome, everyone, and pull up a seat at the table. It is Lunchtime in Rome. Tonight's episode, 292, is titled Brenda Tremblay. Last week, we listed our dream list of guests, and Brenda was number one. You get to know her, and we get to talk to her at the table this evening. So, pull up a seat and join us. First-time listeners can subscribe on your favorite podcast app or watch us live or later on YouTube at Lunchtime in Rome. Visit us at lunchtimeinrome.com, and while there, you can take our relational needs questionnaire, just like Brenda did. Make sure to follow us on all social media, and it would be great if you gave us a 5-star review. Jay, what specifically is this podcast about?
At the table, we strive to love one another and help you to do the same. Some weeks we will have someone join us, like this week, so that you can get to know them and learn a little bit about yourself in the process. Other weeks, we dive into a topic. Romans 12:15 says to rejoice with those who rejoice, mourn with those who mourn. Well, that's what we do. So while it may not be 12:15 in Rome, we're treating it like it is Lunchtime in Rome.
There's quite a lot happening today. We've got Brenda on.
Oh, yes.
We've got Chris on as a first-time guest.
That's funny. It's been a while. How long?
Almost 2 months. I just looked it up, actually. June 12th.
Welcome back, Chris. We also have Eric's birthday today.
And we said
Oh
for
my
his
gosh, I
birthday,
forgot it was
he
today
should just
already.
do tech.
Yeah, right.
No, I'm going to burn him out.
No,
Oh, he's active today.
he is. He's on the keys over there.
It's funny that people do that in podcasts unironically.
Yeah.
Do they?
I
they
think
really?
it might be less now.
Less now than the old days.
Yeah.
Hard to say.
But, I mean, when you have things like that at your fingertips and you can buy them off of Amazon for $30 or
Not an
whatever.
ad.
Yeah.
Wish it
Not
was.
an ad. Yeah. It'd be great for Amazon to sponsor us.
Well, yeah.
So, lots going on. Where would you guys like to start besides Eric's birthday?
Chris, what you been up to?
Yeah,
Where you
okay,
been?
yeah,
What's going on with you?
I promptly went,
You don't have to go, by the way, you don't have to give us a
we
full
don't
7
want the
weeks.
whole-
well,
No,
okay,
God,
so
So the day
on
after the
June
podcast.
12th, yes, that's exactly what, I went on summer vacation and
I
promptly,
woke up and
disappeared.
ate breakfast and...
It was a sunny day. No, we have had a busy summer.
It's over now.
We did our usual.
It was over after the 4th of July.
Speak up, Chris.
Yeah.
Let's see. We went to our typical, Ocracoke trip for 2 weeks. Amy and I did. In total, it was almost a week-long trip, but we did 3 solid days of it in New Orleans, down there for the first time. And that was for our 25th anniversary.
Congratulations.
Did you have a beignet?
No, because they're not gluten-free. Except that here's one of the big disappointments of the trip. Although she found other yummy stuff, but she found this place that specialized in gluten-free beignets, or that was one of their specialties. We go the first morning that we're there, and it's like down in this really awesome French market, like down at the bottom of the French Quarter, right near the Mississippi River. Beautiful area. And super nice guy at the counter, but they're out of the gluten-free beignets because he says they go fast. Once they get them in, they're gone in a couple of days, and then whenever their next order
So they don't
comes
make
in.
them there? Fraud beignets?
I think they're locally made, but they're not like. I don't know.
Yeah.
So
Le Monde.
I don't know, but that was a Tuesday, and he said, okay, but we might have them by Thursday. So call us that morning, and I'll just tell you if we got them, you'll be good because they last a couple days. Great. So I call Thursday morning, but that was the day. I know you guys are all glued to the Weather Channel, especially with regard to Louisiana weather. That was the day that there was a tropical depression moving through the Gulf, and long story short, the French market ended up not opening. I called him that morning, and we didn't know it was going to be closed yet. And he was like, "Yeah, we got him in." I was like, "Oh, that's awesome.
We're not opening.
We'll be there." And then we drive down and
20
oops.
sitting here, but you can't come and get him because we're closed.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a
so
bummer.
next time, that's what they say.
50th.
Yeah, 50th anniversary. And travels are fun, but I am just so glad to be home. I think I've expressed that to you guys. Like, let me just be here for a while and get some things done. Oh, I was working on. So Amy and I, we painted the kitchen,
Boof.
which is a small room in our house, but also so many angles. So you got to.
By the time you cut it in, you're half done. Because there's really not that much else. You're just cutting in.
all the trim.
Yes.
Yeah. All the tape. But we got that done. And then today, before we disc golfed, Jay, I was out there in the front yard with my table saw, my circular saw, and I was cutting the actual, like we decided, the old, like, do you call it trim? Or what, like the borders around your
Quarter
cabinets? Yeah, like that sort of stuff that goes around just to fill in all the gaps around your cabinets and the wall. We decided to get fresh of that, and so I was out there. And
How's your angles?
Real good. I shouldn't. As long as the saw is accurate, they're real good. Because I just go by what it says. Because it's got like a little dial on it.
That's nice.
Yeah.
So you haven't put them back together? You haven't
No,
put 'em back up?
I
Oh.
just did the cutting today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
That's always fun.
you're a smart guy with math, I think. So speaking of smart guys with math,
Oh boy,
didn't Ben have some kind of incident down at the beach, which was very unfortunate?
that was
That's horrible.
How's he
very
doing?
unfortunate. He is still on steroids, and this is for his eye. Like, hey, folks, and I made sure it's funny. All I was doing was cutting these tiny little strips of wood today, and I was like, I am wearing safety
Good,
glasses.
good for you. Good
Yeah.
for you.
Always wear protection.
yeah.
Because that's what
Yeah,
they say.
all the time. You do.
Because all he did was, had a great first day at the beach, body surfing, and got out and was drying his eyes. I thought he was rubbing his eyes because he felt that he had something in his eye. He says no. He says that he was simply, running for his towel after getting water in his eyes, and he was just drying off. But he severely scratched the cornea of one of his eyes, we think with a piece of sand, and we had to drive him off island. Not that he said it didn't even hurt at first, but by the next day it was, acting up, and then it just kept getting worse and worse. So we got him an antibiotic. That ended up being the wrong antibiotic. We got him a second antibiotic. We got him, special.
Where did you get that second antibiotic?
I don't know.
Wasn't that the Nag's Head?
That was the second. Yes, you're right. That was the second one. That's the off-island one.
And how far away from Ocracoke is that?
Yeah, almost 2.5 hours.
Including the boat ride?
Yes, including.
So you waited to do that on your way home, right? You didn't make
No.
a special trip?
We absolutely made a special trip, and
Oh,
honestly, I'm
that's
really
terrible.
glad we did because his eye is still not fully
Yeah.
healed. So it's like
So is his vision blurry?
it is
Still a
still slightly blurry, and the eye doctor here has gotten him on like a steroid. Like I said, they even then he did that for a week. And then he went back and they put him on a stronger steroid. And she did tell him that it's shrinking, but it's like just, we don't know. We're just waiting,
Sure.
hopefully, that it's just going to keep healing and not turn into now it's just a scar over your eye,
Right.
So he's okay. He said it's to the point now where he doesn't feel like he's living life differently. For a while he was like, he was like, I can't drive, Dad. I
Wow.
can't, like, I feel better, except I just can't see well enough to
Yeah,
drive.
it's
So it
terrible.
was really
Yeah.
something. So he feels a lot better than that now. But, yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Celebrate that.
Thanks.
Today I had a day where Ethan and I went to a place down in Swissvale that is famous for subs.
Triangle.
We went down to the
yeah.
triangle. We went down to the Triangle bar and had a triangle sub because we were down in Swissvale doing some stuff on a property, and which was also something else. I went to turn the water on in this property, and the whole lot, the whole main blew out. If it would have, if there was this big piece of metal, I don't know what the name of it is, but it blew out the bottom. If it would have blown out the top when I turned the water on, I wouldn't have been here. It would have just, it would have been like a giant bullet to my
like
face.
scratched your cornea.
No, like
Scratched his brain.
Killed my brain. So that was a moment where, because Ethan was standing near me, and I turned the water main on in this place, and the thing just blew up. But it blew down. So my feet got
up.
My feet
but it
got
blew
wet.
down.
My feet got wet, but my brain stayed intact mostly. So that was fun.
Did you shut it back off?
I was able to shut it off because the thing was there was 3 different shutoff valves on it, and it's a long story. I don't want to get into it. I ended up shutting it off. It was just
had a good sub.
one of these situations where like I just wanted the water to come on and not have to
Start a whole new project.
because the water just kept coming out really fast, and I was like, well, I don't know what to do, so I called Wilkinsburg Pen Joint. Anyways, long story short, it was fine. It's fine.
Well, wait. I feel so out of it. Like you're involved in.
So
Like he used to like flip houses and stuff way back. But
so all the pasta stuff. Remember the pasta? That
yeah.
We've been working on getting a property here in which to distribute it from.
Oh, that's
So
this. Okay,
we
gotcha.
finally did. It's down in Swissvale,
Okay.
and it's a massive building. And so now I have
Pipes are bad though.
That particular one is not good.
Might want to look at the others while you're down there.
Yeah, so I now have a plumber or somebody that does plumbing, a contractor coming down, and the next time it's turned on, it will not be by me, it will be by him. He'll be there, and it was. I think Ethan was pretty shaken, but he and I had a great day. We did.
Shaken. Now that tells you something about it. Yeah. Like
Well, it came on real fast, and it happened so fast, and then, I had to get the main problem fixed first and shut everything, get it shut off. So I'm calling Pen Joint, and then I was like, well, let me try this little shut off valve, and that one actually worked. It didn't blow anything else out. But then when I sat back and I was looking at everything, and I thought about it, I was like, if that thing would have blown from the top, I was leaning over it, and it's just big chunk. I'll show you guys a picture. It's a big chunky piece of metal. If that would have blown into because water pressure coming into a building like that, there's a lot of pressure. Mm-hmm. So I'd either gotten messed up or I might not have been here. Anyways, great day with Ethan though. Great memories. We had some great talks. It's pre-college. We're in the home stretch of summer. He moves in next Friday, so he and I had some just great talks. Great father-son time. We went to Triangle Subs. Got him his first Triangle hoagie, and it was so good. We sat down to eat it, and it was huge.
Did you have the destroyer?
Yes, we actually did the destroyer. Yeah, so that's about a foot long.
The battleship's the biggest.
The battleship's the big. Well, they have a super battleship now.
That's serious.
But
What's bigger than a battleship?
super battleship. So we split the destroyer. It was a steak and cheese, and it was one of the best subs I've had. I hadn't had Triangle sub for probably since I was 18. And to be able to go there the first time with my kid, I think it's probably been on Diners, Drive-In, and Dives at one point in time.
and how old's your son?
18.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like
the synchronicity.
yes.
Yeah.
His name's Ethan.
Yeah, I know. I was just.
Yep.
I like to wax poetic sometimes.
Yeah. So good, really good day with him. I have one more quick story to tell because I thought it was really fun and interesting. I was throwing discs up at the high school field.
Poop field?
Yeah, but it's all poopy right now.
Oh, good.
But yeah, but I was throwing discs up there. It's where the old high school was yesterday, and I threw 8 or 9 of them. And I'm working on my forehand because I got to get that thing back. And I was about to leave, and I was going to gather up all of my discs, and I could not find one of them because the grass is pretty high, and I'm doing like the pattern, and and so I just started to say out loud, I'm looking for a red Firebird. I want to find a red Firebird in this field. And then I kept walking, and I went, am I hot? Am I cold? Am I cold? Am I hot? And when I went, am I hot? I stopped because there was this giant air horn of a truck that blew. And I stopped when that air horn blew. And I looked over to my left, And there was the red Firebird.
Get out.
So I was Googling the quote unquote universe, and Jesus helped me find my disc by playing the hot and cold game with me.
Let's hope it was Jesus.
It was definitely Jesus.
Don't be manifesting stuff. Don't be going into
definitely
that world.
Jesus. So thank
Wow.
you.
Well, I'm glad you found your Firebird.
Holy Spirit, you are welcome.
I like to think if it was around back then, Jesus would have been a disc golfer.
Oh, 100%. He still is right now.
Yeah.
What's he doing in heaven besides disc golfing?
Not much.
No.
That's what they say.
I don't know. For me, speaking of disc golf, I've gotten to play a few times recently, and it was funny because I played with Joe last Tuesday at Oak Hollow, and I'm going to sneeze, and I
God bless
shot.
you.
Bless you.
Yes.
Good thing I moved away from the mic.
Well, you should have hit the cough button.
Oh, that's true. It would be really funny if he hit a button that sounded like coughing.
Yeah.
And I had my best score ever there, which was 3 under par. So then we played, Eric and Chris and I, on Sunday after church. I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I'm shot mentally after church. But man, I don't get to play with my friends. So I'm going to go, I'm not going to beat my best score. And I beat my best score by 3. I shot 6 under par.
No way.
Best round I played in a long time. And then Chris and I played today, and it was a grind. Like, I was discussing that Monroeville doesn't have tee pads, and I wonder if that causes poorer tee shots, because I was off, and I still scored okay. I was even par going into, or I was 1 over going into 18, and then I had to hurry to get Bella, and I bogeyed. But
I think there's very much something to it. There's just a little bit of hesitation, a little bit of confidence. It's not quite there.
right, well, and lack of footing. Like one tee shot,
Well,
my
yeah.
foot slipped, and I threw it down the previous hole's fairway, far.
Yeah.
I mean, but I did a good bit of scrambling. I've had a good time. Joe's been playing a lot this summer. He's actually at Oak Hollow this evening. So we're just busy. It's just busy. I said to somebody the other day at church, they said, "How are you?" Well, I said to them, "Haven't seen you all summer. How have you been?" "Good. How about you?" I said, "I'm tired." I said, "I'm just tired." And they said, "Well, why?" And I said, "Well," I said, I got church stuff. I got young life stuff. The kids are home. I said, and it's just been busy. And the person goes, "Well, all those things are in your control." And I was like,
That's really good emotional
haven't
response.
asked you for you to analyze any of that.
Yeah.
I
That's
just-
great emotional
Just explaining
responding.
why I'm tired. I'm not upset that I'm tired.
Yeah.
You should
Just tired.
try to teach people at your church about
Emotional needs.
yeah.
Loving people.
Well, come to church Sunday. I'm doing an
Oh.
entire sermon on 1.5 scripture verses, and you could guess the scripture verse.
Romans 12:15.
Hezekiah 13:4.
I was going to do that, but Hezekiah is not 13 chapters,
Right.
And
not
it's
a real
Romans
thing.
12:15. So,
You know who is good
and is a real thing.
at coming alongside you
Yeah,
and being a listening ear.
Eric.
And well, Eric's good at that too. Yeah, I was talking about Eric.
Happy
But
birthday,
also talking about Brenda.
You know who else is? That would be Groot of the Hooked on Jesus podcast, Laurie Ann, Bethany Jaworski, Mary Lynn, Ashley, and Breaking 90. They are good because they sit at the head of the table. They have gone to lunchtimeinrome.com and become a paid subscriber to our podcast, and they help us with the equipment and the bills and the costs and things like that. So if you too want to sit at the head of the table, we all sit at the table every week, but they sit at the head and they get all the perks that go with that, which right now is still just the recognition.
Yep.
Please help us out and sit at the head of the table. But Chris, I want to tell you something. I think Brenda Tremblay is great at emotional responding.
Yes.
Have you ever thought of that?
News to me now.
Brenda, welcome.
Thank you. You guys
Brenda.
are very kind. Hi.
We could not be more excited. And before we even get into you specifically or whatever else, one thing that I'm going to ask you this question in a second.
Okay.
What sets Brenda Tremblay apart? What sets you apart from other people? For me, I don't know anybody who isn't a big fan. There's people that I know I've never heard somebody say something bad about. And I've never heard anybody say anything bad about you.
Thank you.
But everyone that knows you, they're like, love Brenda. Love Brenda. So, Brenda,
Yes.
what does set you apart other than that?
It's
It'd be great if you led with everybody loves me. Go ahead.
everybody does love Brenda. And so I don't know, when I hit my 40s, I started liking myself, so I can say it out loud now. But I have a group of friends from college, amazing people who I still am in close contact with, and we hang out regularly. And it was kind of a running joke. Everybody loves Brenda. Also, my friend Dan. Everybody loves Dan and Brenda. Dan and I are not together. No,
that would be something.
It wouldn't. We would probably kill each other. I mean, I love him. He's
And
great.
Jim would have a problem.
Jim might. Yeah, but he loves Dan too. So
Jim and Dan, maybe?
wait, no. Remember when you said things we don't talk? Let's not talk about that.
Okay.
Jim and Dan. But yes, so
All right.
There's a story. It's messy.
It is. It's like a soap opera. And these are the days of our lives. But I don't know what it is. I appreciate that people love me. That's what I like. I don't know.
And you think that's what sets you apart from others?
I guess.
Brian, what do you think sets her apart from others?
I think Brenda has one of the most servant hearts of anybody that I've ever met, especially as an adult. You're so incredibly humble, and you do a really good job of being of service to others, but in the service of Christ.
Chris?
Thanks. Wow, I love this. This is so good for my ego.
For me, it's not. I guess it's not as deep as Brian's, but
She's fine.
no, that's not what I mean.
Smells okay.
Sometimes she makes me laugh.
It's how easy you are to have a conversation with and communicate with. And we have conversations to the side of church business also, but most of our conversations center on like worship team stuff. But regardless of like that, we're trying to get stuff done or figure this, that, it's always just so like easy to communicate with you. And like, I guess I really appreciate, and you'll have to tell us throughout the rest of this episode whether this is something you feel to your depths or just something you work on putting out to others. But I feel like you are so easygoing. Like, it's just like I never have to worry about like asking Brenda about singing this song or
Filling in when we're all on vacation.
Right. Brenda, can you stand up front and do the whole thing by yourself for 3 weeks? And can you do, like, I don't know, like
There are some people who make things more complicated than it should be, even if they don't necessarily do it on purpose. You just know that there's going to be a complication
Chris is right
when you engage. No.
something I'm working on, Jay.
I'm trying to expand on what Chris is saying.
No, and therefore,
that's what Brenda is not doing to people or us. Is
she's the opposite of
making it more complicated. She is extremely let's just make it flow well.
and for me, it's I know I think I do. Maybe by the end of this time, I'll be like, I did not know her at all. I know exactly who
I'm a
you
mystery.
Are. That you are so absolutely genuine.
Yes.
And when it's a bad day, you're easy to comfort because you let me know it's a bad day.
Yes.
You're not like, everything's fine.
Yeah.
You're like, no, everything's
Praise
not fine right
Jesus.
now.
Life's too short to play games. I don't have time for that malarkey.
And you have a busy life.
I do.
But you said something earlier. I'm now in my 40s.
Yes.
And I've started liking myself.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
What changed and why didn't you?
I have always struggled with self-worth, I guess, and for no particular reason.
Oh, there's a reason.
Yeah. Thanks.
No, I mean, like, it doesn't
there's
just
always-
happen.
No, but I.
Here's the other list.
Yeah, right.
Brenda?
Okay. No, I always have wanted to be liked. It's why I'm funny. I worked on it because I wanted, people are drawn to that. So
have a high need of belonging, perhaps.
perhaps, that's funny. Yes, I do. And I don't know. I just struggled a long time with seeing what was good, I guess. I mean, I hate to make it sound like that because anyway. But when I hit my probably my 40s. I was like, wait, everybody loves Brenda. How come Brenda doesn't love Brenda? I don't know. I'm pretty great. And I don't want to sound, I think my headphones are on backwards because they keep falling off. Oh, that's so much better. Who grew up in radio? Not me. Yeah, but I made a decision that it was okay to like myself, and it wasn't, I wasn't trying to show off, and I wasn't trying to be conceited.
You're not projecting it. You're accepting it.
Yes.
I'm going to make a generalization too and say, like, I think people that struggle with liking themselves are... Come back to me. Let me get it. I'll get it straightened out in my
Really
head.
good point.
Well, and
And everybody, that was Deep Thoughts from Chris Davidson.
Hey, he's
Yeah.
been gone for 2 months. He's a little rusty.
We had it locked and loaded. Hey, speaking of locked and loaded, Big Guy's here with us on YouTube.
Big guy.
And Mary Lynn must be with him because she said hi to Brenda.
oh, hi, Mary Lynn.
See? Mary Lynn likes Brenda.
She said
She
Zing
does.
Pow.
Oh, Zing Pow.
So
Yeah.
what? Yeah. So
Ooh, I
you just-
remembered. Wait.
Great. I'm so excited.
Glad we were able to fill that air for you, Chris.
Yeah, I really appreciate that. No, anybody who struggles with liking themselves has to come to terms with the fact that, well, it's okay to not be perfect. You know what I mean? Like, which the reality is, I think logically we all know, well, nobody's perfect, right?
Right.
But are you one of those people who, like, maybe in your 20s and your 30s, you like every time something imperfect happened, because of you or because of or whatever, like you really like nailed yourself for that, like you were like,
No. So
Okay.
And I'm so happy to be
wrong.
Right. No, I think about my childhood, like my parents have always been encouraging and loving. There was a lot of guilt. We're not Catholic, but there's that Catholic guilt.
From your parents, they raised you
just from the
with
church
healthy
in
guilt.
town.
All of those things. My mother, and today I stopped briefly to see her in the hospital, and I said, I'm going to be on the podcast. And she said, well, you can tell him your mother says you don't twitch as much anymore. And she
you,
meant it
Mother.
as a joke, and she's a delight. But I think there was a lot of guilt, and I put guilt on myself, and, she used it as a way to control me, I guess.
Sure.
I mean, not in
Better than beating the crap out of you in
Right,
some ways.
and
in some ways. My
maybe.
kids would say differently.
Anyway.
They're not big fans of guilt. I used to get a bit of it on them.
Yes. I try not to, but my kids will say, it doesn't hurt us when mom says she's mad, but it hurts us when she says, I'm a little disappointed. Yes. I guess I never wanted to disappoint anyone. And I would never say that I was a perfectionist because I'm not. And I do generally tend to take things as they come. And so if you say, stand up and talk, I'll stand up and talk. And if it goes well, it goes well. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I did it.
Well, see, that to me goes to you don't have a high need of acceptance, which acceptance is being loved even though you've made a mistake.
Yeah.
So you're like, I'm still me. It's cool.
Yeah.
But in general, when we have any emotional need not met or taken from us, it's a hurt. And our hurts go to one of four places predominantly. And that is fear, anger, guilt, and self-condemnation. So if you have low self-esteem, that says, oh, well, the difference between guilt is my need didn't get met and it's my fault. Self-condemnation is my need didn't get met and I don't deserve to have my needs met. But you mentioned guilt more
Yes.
than that.
Yes.
But do you think they're sort of tied in together? Because you don't you
Probably.
don't get angry much. I've seen you angry, but I haven't seen you in a given morning when things aren't great.
Yeah.
But I mean, not a lot.
Yes.
Your red zone is very quick. At least it seems to be. Like you get past it. Like you.
Yes.
I remember the other night you came in 2 weeks ago or whatever
Oh,
to.
the
And
verbal
you
vomit,
were
yes.
very much in the
Oh.
red. And then the next time I saw you on Sunday, you're like, yeah, hi.
Yeah. Yes.
So it's not anger. You don't seem to be very fearful.
No. I mean, I've had times in life when I've had fear,
Well, yeah, you've experienced it, but you're typically you don't go, oh my gosh, what if this doesn't happen? And
Oh,
you know,
yeah, no.
And
Yeah,
so
her need for security is somewhat low on her
right.
scale.
But the same thing, like you said, well, my parents were very encouraging, and you don't have a very high need for encouragement. So they can encourage you all you want. You're like, thanks, I don't really care.
Yeah.
You believe in me, sure,
Yeah.
whatever, I don't care. But it doesn't matter. You can have like your point was perfectionist.
Yeah.
Well, that's why you might have a high need of security because I need to manage all the variables because everything can't go wrong or acceptance. I can't make a mistake, so I'm going to be a perfectionist. But my point is, any emotional need not met can lead to self-condemnation if that's where your hurts go. So there.
Thanks for that.
So you mentioned being raised. So give us the backstory, if you will, like small family, big family, mom, dad.
Well, I was going
Big
to
city.
are you a first child?
I am.
Okay, so I think first children often struggle with that need to be accepted or that need to be liked.
Maybe.
First of how many?
I don't know. 2. It's just me and my brother. His name is Bob, and he's great. We've always gotten along. I remember one time as a teenager, and we would bicker because you're teenagers and you bicker or whatever. But one time we had a fight. Like I was yelling, he was yelling. We left, went to our separate corners. And within 20 minutes, we were back together. We're both crying. I'm so sorry. I can't believe we fought. Yeah. So we get along very well.
That's beautiful.
It really is.
And so give me a core memory from childhood. 2 core memories.
I was trying to think. I knew that this was coming. And I
Okay.
was like, what kind of core memory?
It could be like Christmas.
From-
It could be in general too. Like, oh, I loved Christmas morning.
Oh.
My Christmas mornings are great.
Yeah.
Or
Well, wouldn't that be one of them? Fighting with their brother the one time?
Yeah.
I mean, as a teenager, I mean, that was kind of later
Yeah.
in life.
it's fine.
But yeah, I mean,
But in a way,
that's
it's
pretty
both.
significant.
It's a positive core memory because you made
made
it
it
up.
Yeah.
And you both found the belonging with each other.
It's really great. Yes. We had neighbors, that we played with, Mary Beth and Eddie Rubel.
The rubles.
The Rubels. And Mary Beth and I are the same age, and Eddie was a year older than Bob. But the 4 of us during the summer would play all the time, and we'd play. Dukes of Hazzard. Dukes of Hazzard. And I thought about this one time when I was working at the hotel. One of the actors on there now, not Bo Duke, Luke Duke.
Tom Womack or John
Tom
Schneider?
Wopak. No, I don't remember. Now I don't remember.
Not
The
Womack.
brown
No,
hair guy.
Wopak. Wopak.
Wopak.
Tom Wopak.
The dark-haired one.
Yes, he called my hotel and I answered the phone because he was coming for Comic-Con and he didn't want to stay at the hotel that they recommended. He wanted to stay someplace else. And at first I was like, that's weird that this guy's name's Tom Wopat, And the more I talked to him, I thought, oh, this is the Tom Wopat. And I made him a reservation, whatever. And I thought, I wish I would have said something because as 2 boys and 2 girls, right? Bob and Eddie were always Bo and Luke Duke.
Sure.
And then Mary Beth and I would like rock, paper, scissors to be Daisy.
Sure.
And then the other one had to be Uncle Jesse. Maybe that's why I have like low self-esteem.
And a child named Jesse.
What did you
a
end
child
up?
named Jesse.
Did you end up as Uncle Jesse? A lot?
I mean, we switched back and forth, honestly. We
Better than being-
we ended up making up another cousin because who wants to? I
At
mean,
least
when
you
you're
weren't
like
Boss
a
Hog.
6-year-old girl, right?
Cooter.
Cooter.
Cooter the mechanic.
Roscoe Pico Trace.
Clearly,
Roscoe
that show did not
Coltrane.
pass the Bechdel test. You familiar with
Right?
the?
No.
Oh, that's the one. Do you guys know the Bechdel test?
You've just made that up.
I did not.
No.
It is rating a movie predominantly. It could be a TV show, I guess, but it's based on how many female characters are in it.
Oh, I do know that.
Oh,
Also,
yeah.
whether those female characters ever have a conversation that does not, where the subject of the conversation isn't one of the guys in the show.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And clearly, if you don't have 2 girls in the show, you can't even
can't.
have a conversation.
Right.
So,
Is that
Yes.
a DEI thing?
No.
Okay.
I mean, it involves
Diversity.
diversity, yeah. But no, I don't know how far back it goes. I don't know who Bechdel is or was.
Wouldn't it be funny
Got it.
if when, a lot of actors and actresses will use a fake name. Mm-hmm. Wouldn't it be funny if his was like Luke Duke.
Right? That would be hilarious. Yeah, my dad had a fake name. He was introducing himself by it just yesterday.
Oh, that's right, because he
He
was a longtime radio, I guess,
Yeah.
DJ.
Wait, is his name Ron?
Yeah.
But is that his real name?
Ron is his real
Okay, so he didn't
name.
he didn't introduce himself with his fake
Oh
name.
no.
I'm Jasper.
No. His radio name was Ron Smith. And there's
Dug deep for that one, did he?
right. Well, so
Not the
his-
most creative guy in the world.
when he moved into the Corey market, his boss thought that everybody should have a what do you call
Radio
it?
name.
Like a-
Radio
like a
name.
Pseudonym.
like a
Yeah,
memorable name.
yeah. So I don't know. Because our last name was Reef, so it's not really a common name. So you would find us in the phone book, I guess,
Sure.
if you wanted to call. But when I was in high school,
You just said that, and I was like, your last name is Tremblay. What are you talking about?
no wonder you have a low
Where did you grow
self-esteem.
up?
You don't even know
right?
your name.
I don't. What is my name?
Well, that Corey market's booming.
It's something
that's-
else. Let me tell you.
Give
But
us-
listen,
give us
he
what-
was small
okay.
town famous, and that's
Sure,
really
yeah.
when you're somebody's small town
Sure.
famous kid.
Yeah.
Now, how many radio stations were in town?
What?
Okay, so he was. Well, that's
He was the voice.
He was the guy.
He was the voice of Corey.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And
Yeah.
give everybody a background, because not everybody here lives in Corey, PA. Or maybe even is aware of it.
Okay.
So give us the background
Oh.
of Corey, PA. What's it like growing up in Corey, PA?
In the 1400s,
Right? It was a
And it's the same now.
Native Americans
well
were...
because the oil industry was booming in Titusville, where Chris is from.
Yeah.
I heard it was more Oil City.
Stop it.
No, oil was discovered in Titusville.
It's true.
Anyway, it was a
Business was booming.
it was the railroads crossed there, and then Hiram Corey, they took Hiram Corey's land and named the town for him. He didn't like it, but whatever.
Hiram.
Yeah,
That-
Hiram
that
Corey.
is an 1800s
1880,
person's
yes,
name.
yeah.
Hiram.
And so it was it got the declaration or whatever. It's a city. It's the city of Corey, but it never actually had enough people to be a city, because I think you're supposed to have 10,000
Yeah.
people. It's never had 10,000 residents.
Interesting.
Yes.
Even though it's the
But-
crossroads of America.
It's sort of like an honorary
I'm
designation.
telling you. Yeah, I guess.
So would
but
you say it's a bona fide small town?
it is a small town? It had
Multiple
a lot of
streetlights?
Yes. Yes.
Is there a Main Street?
Yes.
There is Main Street.
Main
USA.
Street, but Center Street is really the main street.
Sure.
But there was a lot of industry there in the 60s, 70s. It was and then it all left, and so it was
Sounds like here.
hurting. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. I mean, it was hurting for a long time, but they're coming back.
So in your heyday, it was still kind of hanging on, dissipating.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how's it coming back right now? Not that this is a podcast. about
Right.
Corey.
I love the light bulb that went on your head. Like,
Right?
It is interesting, but
Corey's
not really
coming back, but I really don't.
We
think
were going to
should
talk
talk
about
Yeah.
Brenda, but
Yeah.
yeah, we're talking about this Corey, PA.
There's like small businesses are coming in.
That's important.
Listen, it's the closest Walmart to a lot of people.
And
so
it's home for you.
it is.
I love that you just said small businesses are coming back.
and then,
They go
and then
Walmart.
it's the Walmart.
Yeah, everybody comes from Walmart.
Yes. But that,
And what was
Sorry,
Brenda like in
Corey.
high school? And how many people in your class?
so my class was the fourth smallest class ever to graduate or something. I had 122 people, I think, in my class. But Jim, my husband, his class was like 205 or something. So
And how much older is he than you?
he graduated the year before me.
Oh wow, so that's
Yes.
quite a fluctuation.
Yeah, and then the class behind me was also large, but we just had 120, 25.
Oh, we could dive into that. So high school.
Yeah.
What were you like in high school?
I was in the band. I don't know. I had two very close friends, Steph and Ann, and we did everything together. And Steph had red hair, and Ann had blonde hair, and I had brown hair. But
complete package.
people would be like, "It's either Brenda, Steph, or Ann. I can't tell them apart." So that's how much time we spent together. Eventually,
Were you guys playing Daisy Duke?
no, Dukes of Hazzard was off the air by
They're
then.
doing Charlie's Angels.
I made a gun there. For those that are listening,
Oh, yeah.
I just made a gun.
Not
but
a real
I-
one.
Most guns
Yes.
go.
Well, not a real gun, Chris.
That'd be inappropriate.
Yeah. What was I like in high school? I don't know.
What instrument did you play? Or were you in the color guard or?
No, I played the flute until my junior year. And then I played the sousaphone.
Oh wow! Yeah.
That's not a thing.
It's totally a thing.
Did we have this conversation at some time in the past?
Maybe.
Because I feel like we probably have. Because there is a thing where people who play the flute, like the flute takes a lot of air, they will transition to that's like the smallest instrument. They will transition to the tuba or the sousaphone, which is the largest instrument. Because they have good lungs. I really think that. Like that happens more than you think.
I did not. So I had been first flute, and then my sophomore year, a girl who was way better than me came in and became first flute, and I got moved to the second row. And I said, I don't want to. I need a section with few instruments so that I can be good. And then this girl that I liked her. She also played flute. She moved to sousaphone. I was like, I want to be friends with Carrie Pledger. I'm also going to play sousaphone. And so then I did, and we were friends.
Did you stay both first sousaphone, or was
we did not. We weren't competitive. Yeah.
Good. I like that.
Yes. So.
Did you go to college?
I did go to college.
Where?
I went to Pitt.
Oh, I've heard of it.
Yeah.
Pitt, Maine?
I did. Yes.
Follow an engineer there.
So that's how you ended up.
No. I'll tell you in a minute.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So I talked about, I had my little group of friends, Steph and Ann. So senior year of high school, I was dating a guy. We broke up. I was ready to go to Pitt, Maine and meet some boy not from Corey. And then my friend said, Ann said, I'm going to prom. I didn't go last year. You have to go. And so I asked a couple guy friends, and everybody had a date. And she said, well, why don't you ask my brother? And I was like, I don't want to ask your brother. That's gross. That'd be like asking my own brother to the prom. And she said, well, you should. And I said, I don't want to. And finally, Steph came and said, you should just go so we can all go as a group. And Ann's brother is Jim Tremblay. And so now we're married and we have 5 kids. So, I mean, I guess the prom went well.
5 kids or 12?
13 and 3/4 kids.
It's nobody knows.
That
No,
must have been
it's a
some
lot.
magical prom night for you to be like, there's no way.
Right.
And then
So let me tell you about these best friends of mine who said, we'll all go to dinner together as a group so it won't be weird. We'll all spend time together so it won't be weird. And those guys decided without me to not go to the same place to dinner, and both went, well, you can come with me if you want. Well, I don't want to go with you because you're a jerk. So I said, Jim and I will go someplace else all by ourselves. And we did. And
So they didn't do that. So that
Right, they weren't like-
they weren't trying to set you and Jim up.
no.
They were just ditching you.
Yeah. Right.
I don't care for that, especially with a high need of belonging.
Right. Well, but so then
But at the same time, God was like, ha ha ha. I've got
look
some
at
ideas.
this. We made dinner reservations in Northeast PA. And on the way, he took me and we walked along the beach and he recited poetry. So,
whoa.
Jim the poet won my heart that day,
Even before dinner.
even before dinner.
Wow.
Yes.
So in the years since, in discussions with either him or your friends, so you weren't into him ahead of time. You're like,
No.
that's my friend's brother, gross.
Yeah.
But was he on the side being like, get Brenda to go to the prom?
No. I mean, I have a tendency to be sarcastic.
What?
And I know sometimes it comes across as mean. And so most of high school, Steph and I were Ann's mean friends. But I will say there was this one time where Steph and Ann and I worked at the same place. My first job was at an auction house making popcorn. And it was auction day. And
Do you auction it off? Or
No, it was
you
just,
sell it?
I
They
sold
just-
this in the snack bar.
When you said that, and and there used to be one in Cranberry that we would go to before
Yeah.
it got like overdeveloped and everything else. But even you saying we worked at an auction bar, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
that's right. You were raised in the 20s. It just sounded like you were
Right?
100 years old.
Yes.
I made the popcorn.
Me and
at the auction
Hiram.
bar.
Corey and I. But I was outside cleaning up, and he was waiting for Ann to take her home, and I was waiting for my boyfriend to come and pick me up. And we had this banter, and it was by the end, I thought, well, that was kind of fun, and he's not as bad as I thought. And then my boyfriend came and I left. But that night, I had a dream that I married him, and I became a pastor's wife. And I wish that I had written it down or told somebody
They could verify it.
right? So that now when I, am
'Cause everyone
married to
thinks
him
you're
and
a
he's
liar.
a pastor. Yeah,
Yeah.
right? Like that seems made
I don't
up.
believe you, Brenda.
Right? I know. I'm such a fibber. Fibber to
That's amazing.
Yes.
Read poetry too.
He recited it. It was memorized,
What, like,
Jay.
what-
It
what-
is
memorized makes sense.
memorized.
Walking along Lake Erie?
Yes.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
Tell you
Kudos
what.
to Jim Tremblay.
Right?
I kind of want to go out with him now.
Hey, it is a delight to sit and have a meal with Jim Tremblay. It's a ride you go on. He opens up. He starts talking. You're focusing really hard to understand what he's saying, not because the words don't make sense.
Because he's smart.
Yeah, it's great. It's
Yeah.
absolutely wonderful.
He had some idea the other day. He came in the house and was on his phone and he's talking, and I know he's talking to somebody he knows just because the way he's speaking. And he's walking around and talking, and I said, "Wait, who are you? Are you talking to your sister?" And he's like, "Yeah, I had this idea about physics. Like, thank God you called her. She is also very smart and knows about physics, and I don't." And I said, "That's great," because I would have been like, yes, dear. But she is actually knowledgeable and can
Is that
ask
Ann?
questions. And that is Ann.
and your guys are okay now
Oh, yeah.
since the ditching on prom night.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess.
So let me ask you this: in regards to Brenda's highest need, and anyone can go to lunchtimeinrome.com and take the relational needs questionnaire.
Just like me.
You could be just like Brenda in only this way, though. But she scored an 8. Her second highest need was 6, and then it goes down to 4. So that's kind of indicative. Like, that's a big deal. Your need to belong, which means, hey, she likes to be a part of something, not a loner, wants to, it means something how she identifies. Like, so my question is, we identified the one hurt of getting ditched by your two best friends on prom, and you kind of rolled your eyes like, okay, whatever. It wasn't that big of a deal. But people's needs are met either because, or they have a high need for something, either because it was always met as a child, or it was never met and they have a significant hurt in it in their developmental years. So, like, was it important? Reef, you said, was your maiden name? Was it like, like your dad was prominent, and so it's important that we are this, or, I was in the band and that was my identity. Like, so did you always have it met, or do you have significant other hurts where it wasn't met?
I think I've always liked being part of a community of some kind, and so I've always sought that out. And I think when I've had a bad time, I was trying to think of when I've been sad,
Sure.
like, and when Jesse was born, we were living in Maryland, and Jim worked in Rockville. So his commute from where our house was probably over an hour. It was like an hour and a half into Rockville and then back to where we lived in the sticks.
Gosh.
I know. And so I was alone a lot. And I was so scared that he was going to die because I didn't know what I would do, because that was it. I had him and I had this baby, And so I think once I realized that, I've always tried to foster that sort of, community anywhere I can get it. So whether it was in the high school band, or, like I said, I have a great community of college friends that we still are in contact with, whether it's getting together with them, or now I have a close friend, and she and I get together and we go walking sometimes, and we go for coffee, and we hang out at her house and lay around and watch TV and eat Doritos, just like,
that's delightful.
I love it that day. But
And you have 5 kids that you've homeschooled, and sometimes I think about, because we actually met you through homeschooling.
Yes.
when Lex was homeschooling
Yes.
Ethan, and I always wondered, how do you keep your sanity in that? How does somebody enjoy doing that? Because honestly, like, for me, no thank you. I get it, but no thank you. But now, having this conversation, I think that it makes a lot more sense that you would find strength, you would find energy in that environment, even in your own home.
Yeah.
Because that's the kind of energy that you're looking for.
Yes. And I do. I mean, I like to not be with them sometimes.
Of course.
But
Right.
Well, that goes to Amy Raymond saying two things can be true at the same
Yeah.
time.
yes.
You can love your family, and
Oh,
you can
yeah.
also love alone time.
Yes.
Or
Oh,
you go
yeah.
find belonging with your group of high school friends. Still.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I've been working since Eva was a year old. Yeah. I got I started working at the Shaker Village in Kentucky when Eva was 1. And so I've been working for the little girls, the two youngest, we call them the littles. I've been working the littles' whole lives. And so this new transition, this week I started working from home. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens because they've been raised by their siblings and left on their own.
And,
so
and the wolves occasionally. There's
pretty
wolves.
much,
Yeah.
yes. Different. Jim grew up on a farm and will say that he was raised by wolves.
Yeah.
It's different though in the
Yeah.
suburbs.
I might believe that.
Yes. You keep pointing. Do you have something? I thought you had. You were.
Well, I was pointing out that you actually didn't answer my question, though.
Oh,
So,
sorry. I got to.
growing up,
Yes.
did you
Did I
have the
have
need
that?
for belonging always? Did it always matter?
Yes.
Or were you always searching for it? Was there a significant hurt where you got a B on a test and your dad said, what's his name? Bill? John. Ron. I'm Ron Reef, and we don't get B's in this class, in this school. Or,
No.
were you neglected by your friends? Like you had a friend group through 3rd grade, but then they ditched you. Or
Oh, that's interesting. Yes.
What makes you cry at night?
Right. Not that, but I had a good friend growing up, and I don't talk to her regularly anymore, but I'm actually calling her tonight because she does home health care and I need that for my parents. And she said, give me a call. And so I'm going to. But I had a very good friend. Like she lived 2 houses away from me, and I met her before we even went to kindergarten. And then we were through school together. And about probably 10th grade, we kind of grew apart and just, our friends group changed. And so I didn't see her as much. But in elementary school, going back to being self-conscious and whatever, I was very tall. I was 5'4" in 6th grade. So I always felt like an outcast, even though I really wasn't. But I did feel like sometimes I was excluded from things because I was just
the big tall kid.
I was the big tall kid. So now I'm not tall, but
But then you were.
right, I was, and so I think I probably did search for belonging. Yeah, sure.
You kept finding like tall people and
Yeah. Well, and there was the
Hang
tall
around
girls
trees.
weren't really friends with me. I don't know. There were 2 other girls that were tall, and they were friends with each other, but not really friends with me.
so you felt like an outcast amongst all your peers.
Yeah.
But you weren't included with the tallies.
Yes,
Well, there it is.
I guess.
And you've done such a great job of building and or creating your own tribes.
Yeah.
Because you've
Sure.
cultivated good friendships. You
Yes.
got good at it, but that's why you still value it. I want to take this in a little different direction, and I want to have a game with Brenda and myself with you guys. Because we've both seen this question, and I don't think you have.
Oh.
But Brenda just transitioned in her job.
I did.
11 years?
Yeah. 11 and a half
We
with
could
this
talk about
company.
that for an hour.
Oh, I have so many stories. But yeah, 11 and a half at this job, but 15 years in hotels
15 years in hotels, and now
Yeah.
working from home.
doing medical billing.
Gosh, it's unbelievable. I came across this question. So and she said this is a great question.
I did.
So we want you guys to answer this. If you're given an elephant,
Okay.
you may not sell it or give it away. What do you do with it?
Eat it one bite at a time.
Wow. I did not consider that.
I form a relationship with it because elephants are one of the smartest creatures on the planet, and they remember things for generations, and I would want to explore the consciousness of an elephant.
Where would you put it?
I haven't figured that out yet. But that's what I would do with it.
I like it.
Yeah, I would definitely. I mean, you can't give it away.
Nope.
So I don't know what answer there is other than
I'm gonna make friends.
I'd have
with
to
it.
go find a giant field or something.
Yeah, I don't know. Build a shelter in my backyard and let it roam around and
Could you imagine the neighbors? Like, is that an elephant in his backyard?
Did he just build a barn? What's happening over there? That's great.
What did you come up with?
I would ride that thing. Man. What? Who? People be like, Brenda Tremblay. Brenda Tremblay. Do I know her?
Oh, she's the lady that rides the elephant.
Yes! Sorry, I didn't mean to squeal. Right, exactly.
See, my thought was I would offer rides on it. I would monetize it.
Sure.
That's the best I came up with.
Yeah.
you'd have to be able to afford to feed it, I bet.
Well, I'm keeping it at your house.
Oh, okay, good.
You already built a barn.
Yeah, that's true.
Idiot. So, what phobias do you have? Do you have any? And or what? Okay, Chris said that's what makes you cry at 3 a.m. or whatever.
Oh, what makes you cry at night?
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
don't want to go with what makes you cry at night.
Thank
but,
you.
What is it that kind of makes you what gives you the heebie-jeebs?
The dark. I can't, and
Interesting.
right, and I can't think of a traumatic experience I had in the dark, or, the lights went out and I broke my arm. Like, there's nothing, I can't think of anything that ever happened, but I hate being in the dark.
I could dive into that because you don't have a high need of security at all. It's one of your, it's in the middle.
Yeah.
But specifically like inside, outside?
Any dark.
Really?
What if you were with a bunch of people?
I'm still very nervous.
Really? In the
Yes.
dark?
Yes. When I was in college, we'd play sardines. Mm-hmm. Oh, I couldn't. I would be upstairs. When I was a camp counselor, we would have midnight hide and seek for the older kids, and I would, you had to go out and hide on the, in the camp, and they came to find you. And I was always worth the least amount of points because I would practically stand in the field and be like, please come take me back.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So the dark.
So you haven't been in our church at night by yourself?
I have.
Ooh, how'd you with a light?
Yeah. I mean, the cell phone. I mean, I got my flashlight and turned the lights on.
We do have some motion detector lights too.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's delightful
Yeah.
though. Being in that church at night, gosh.
There are a lot of little knocking sounds and things like that. The church settling.
Yeah. I just
Yeah.
expect something around every corner. So then I'm just like, all right, it's not there. Cool.
Yeah.
If
Yikes.
your lawsuit goes through, I'm just kidding. If you won the lotto, by the way, I'm actually going to win tonight.
Are you?
Yeah,
Oh.
I played $469 million. I mean, it's barely worth it after taxes,
Will
but
you buy an elephant?
no. What would you buy? Something extravagant. And you just ruined her joke because she would have said elephant.
What would I buy? We never go on vacation on a real go someplace really cool and spend a week or whatever. Never. So I would go on an amazing vacation.
2.
I don't even know, because where do you go? I'm gonna go stay in a yurt at the end of the month.
Cruises? Do you do
I've been
cruise,
on
or
a
would
cruise.
You rather go
I-
like a resort?
I get motion sick, so I don't want to do that. No, I like to explore places, so I definitely would. Yeah, I
More
don't.
nature or more commercial, like Vegas versus?
I don't want to go to
Mount
Las
Rainier?
Vegas, but I don't mind commercial
New York City.
areas. I've been there.
Okay. LA,
fine.
Miami.
New Orleans.
I could. I've never been there.
National parks.
I like national parks.
You're a camper?
I don't like to sleep on the ground. I like camping, but the ground I don't like to sleep on.
Sure. I get it.
Thanks.
So vacation with the whole family.
Sure. I mean, if I won $406 bazillion, sure. Take them all. I go to Europe. I've never been to Europe.
See, that's why you're such a good mom, though, because I'd be like, yeah, I'll take my family. I'm also going away just with Rachel.
Well, they're all big now, and I
Even the little ones.
Some say grown.
even the little whatever. But I don't know if you've met them.
I have.
They are fantastic people. I don't know how it happened, but they're hilarious.
Did you
They're
maybe do a good job
self-sufficient.
raising them?
I'm sure it's not me, but I enjoy them very much now.
They're delightful children.
Thank you.
in their own unique ways.
Absolutely.
With common threads throughout, though.
Oh,
kinda-
for sure.
Kind of weird.
They're all
Yes.
Tremblays.
They are. Yep. Sure are.
And they start at now 26.
25. Jesse's 25.
Yeah,
Yes.
which is crazy. Oh, your kids are great. Oh, you're.
No, they're adults.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
3
had
of them
kids. I was married and had kids at her age.
I mean, Sam's 20, right?
21.
What?
He
No.
could drink a beer. Did you take him out?
What? No way.
Take that kid out.
Get him hammered.
Him slosh.
I don't know what we talk about.
He
YouTube
would.
videos.
Yes. Yeah.
Do you ever go through his feed?
No.
God, no.
He has always, he's like his dad, will come and just sit and start talking and tell me about whatever he knows, which is fine. And until it's not. Now with
Wait, does that mean it's not because of how long it goes?
Yes.
Or because, okay.
yeah, just yeah,
So he
not
saves it up. Or
Yeah.
does he talk a lot? Because I've said probably 28 words to him in my
Yeah.
life.
And heard.
10.
Oh,
yeah.
3, 4. I get a lot of
Maybe he doesn't
Nod
find you to
against
be
mine.
approachable.
that.
You're intimidating.
Me?
No, not to me. Okay. Anyway,
Who are you intimidated by?
right? Who am I intimidated by? Great question. Organized people. I'm not super organized, and so I feel very intimidated when
Because it's a different skill set?
maybe.
What about ISIS?
because I'm-
Are you intimidated by ISIS?
Do you know where she's worked for the past 12 years?
Yeah,
They have-
if you'd asked me that 12 years ago, my answer would be very different. But
Yeah.
not a lot intimidates me generally. People who are taller than me. I mean, much taller. Like sometimes a big guy will walk in, and I'm like, "Ooh, I feel a little nervous."
Tall again.
Yeah,
What a theme.
how about that?
Tall and in the dark.
Yes. No, thank you.
She never
Not for me.
And that's going to do it for episode 292.
Yeah.
I've looked over the edge of inappropriate like 3 times so far, and it's getting closer and closer.
Oh,
Is there anything you want us to know, want everybody to know before
We
we wrap
finish your
up?
first time being with us.
Right.
But not the last time.
oh,
We could have like a whole, I mean, you could fill, obviously hours, but like Brenda's, hotel stories. You could fill an hour.
I have a lot.
We could swap hotel stories. That'd be fun.
Yeah,
because you worked at the Palace Inn.
The Palace Inn.
Oh.
I've got some stories.
I bet you
With all due
do.
respect, it was Monzo's
yeah.
Palace Inn.
Almanzo's Palace Inn.
I did not know that.
Daisy's.
Daisy's comforted.
No.
Well, Daisy's was the
Bar.
cafe.
Oh, I
Bar.
thought you were talking about Daisy Duke again.
Well, no, but I can.
It's all coming full circle. I like the way this is wrapping up, you guys.
Yes. Well, it's
Yeah.
the tie that binds.
Right?
Because I went to Monzo's when I was 18 years old to go see, what do you call it? Baby oil wrestling.
Sounds about right.
Why do they make babies do that?
No, they turned the babies into oil.
Awkward. Oh, wow.
Well, that's not there anymore.
Yeah, right.
Well, then it's
Ironically, now it's a hospital. See?
Right?
Full circle.
Full circle.
So, did you want to make sure you walked in, you're like, oh, everybody's got to know.
The fact that you called me your dream guest.
Dream guest number one.
Holy smokes, man. I'm going to get that on a shirt.
Does that fill your need for belonging?
Yes.
Good.
I mean, I like you guys, so this was fun.
She's going to get that put on the Lunchtime in Rome shirt.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
It's totally.
Dreamcast.
Listen, I start writing these down. Write down all the ideas for T-shirts because it's gonna happen.
Chris is in charge of our merch. That's his contribution.
There's no merch yet.
Where's
but
their
no.
Where's my merch, Chris?
No, it's coming.
It's up here.
Okay.
Right
Oh,
there. Oh, it's
he's
coming.
the idea man. It's going crazy in there.
When it
He
comes
needs
out.
a facilitator.
Right?
When it comes out.
He's snapping ideas all over.
Right?
the
Yeah.
place.
Brian needs to be the facilitator. He gets things.
Yeah,
he makes
that'll-
things
that's
happen.
going to go
Gets things
great.
done.
Yeah.
I'm going to get phone calls from both of them. What's wrong with him? Just kidding. Brian's like, no, I'll just call Chris and say, what's wrong with you?
Yeah. You mean we're each calling to
If
vent?
I'm in the middle because, he's
no. Brian and I have a great working relationship.
We do. We respect each other.
Worship team. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's great. No, I'm laughing because like Brian values the fact that you do all the hard work and Brian gets to show up and lead music.
It's wonderful. It really is, because I rely on Brian. This is no longer about you, Brenda. Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a member of the worship team.
Oh, that's
so
right.
I am.
Well, you get to see both sides, because
do.
I
And by the
rely.
way, she still belongs in the conversation. Were you paying
Absolutely.
any attention? He said, "You don't matter anymore.
It's like, you're dead to us now,
I
Brenda.
am the worst.
And then
we
I
passed
melted.
the 1 hour mark. You're dead to us.
Go away, Tolly."
I rely on Brian's. I rely on Brian's spiritual leadership, his energy.
Yes.
It's perfect.
You guys do compliment each other well. But everyone should compliment
Brenda.
Oh,
Daisy Duke.
And that is the end of episode 292 with Brenda. Please join us next week for episode 293. Between now and then, please give us a like or follow on social media. Visit us at lunchtimeinrome.com. And while there, take our relational needs questionnaire. Thanks as always for joining us at the table for Lunchtime in Rome.
Bye.
bye.
Bye.